Okay, a little out of character for me, but I'm getting ready to start building a position in two different stocks that I'm looking at, and I'll go into those in just a minute here. And I will be calling the entries out in our chat room as well for swing trades, for longer term holds, maybe even up to a few months. But I like the setups I'm seeing, and so I'll go into those in just a minute. But first, let's start with the S&P here, using the chart of the spiders here, SPY. Let me get my drawing tool going if I can find my mouse. Sometimes the thing acts up on me a little bit. Okay, if you loosely connect the tops of candles on the SPY or any other chart, and you start to see this accelerating and accelerating volume and accelerating speed to the downside on price, you know, that's the sign of near-term capitulation to the downside. Okay, so what I would like to see, and the market almost never gives me exactly what I would like to see, I'd like to see one big final push here, like a candle like this on Monday morning. I'll take those lines out of the way now. You've got the 200-day simple moving average for the SPY. You've got what used to be kind of a pivot resistance here, could become support, and you also have support here and here and here and here. I'm sorry, well, resistance here, support here. Anyway, that line, so this whole area is pretty relevant on the SPY. Again, I'd love to see a push down into it, and if I get that, then it will hopefully get me the prices I'm looking for in the two stocks I'm getting ready to talk about. One is US Steel, the letter X. Daily candles here, you can kind of see the same shape I just talked about, nearing recent lows. When I say recent, I mean on the about 1 year, 1.5 year chart here going back. The what is that? October lows on US Steel. And I'm going to show you monthly charts real quick too, but I just wanted to show you the daily real quick on US Steel and Foster Wheeler. Okay, you also have the shape here. It's fallen pretty far, pretty fast, and you can see recent lows to the left here. So these are the areas I'm looking at, but what I want to do is go to monthly charts on these. So US Steel here, monthly candles, just cleans it up, and I can show you some prices. The 2009 low on US Steel, 1666. Over 3 months, it went to 43.15. Okay, so let's see what that was. 159% gain over 3 months. All right, then no, that's not right. The 2011 lows were 1885, and this doesn't look like much of a move here, especially not compared to back here in 2009. But from 1885 over 4 months, it went to 32.52. So that's still a 72% move in 4 months. I mean, great returns, right? I mean, fantastic returns. So does that mean if it gets to the areas I'm looking for, it's going to give these returns again? There's no telling. But part of what I'm using and factoring in is the fact that we've got an election coming up in November. I often joke around in chat that by Halloween, right, a few days before the election, we probably will have 100% employment and $1 a gallon gas, because that's just the cynic inside of me, figuring the powers that be are never going to let us be decimated going into the election. So I am expecting a bounce. That's not scientific. It's more cynical, but still, U.S. Steel getting near some really relevant prices. So I've got some notes on that one. Under 21, I like it. When you get down under 17, I love it. So what I do for swing trades is I scale in using a unit system. Okay, what does that mean? 10 units would be a full position for me. What is a full position? Full position is part of my IRA that if the stock goes to zero, I'm still okay. Okay, so don't mistake a full position meaning a full account, right? My whole account dedicated to X. You never want to do that. So if my position in X, my full 10 units when I acquire 10 units goes to zero, I'll still be fine. Okay, so everyone should use that guideline, I think. Okay, so bought 1 unit of X already. Remember, I want 10 full units. Now, the reason I say unit is because 10 units for me might be 1,000 shares, and for someone else, it might be 5,000 shares, and for someone else, it might be 10 units might be 500 shares or 200 shares. So it's going to be relative depending on your account size. All right, makes sense? So right now we have 1 unit that I called out in chat on Friday, I think at 21.62. Now when I use the unit system, the reason I buy 1 first is because I'm actually hoping it goes lower down near some of these prices where I will buy 2 units, and if it goes lower 3 and lower 4. That's how I get my 10 units, and I'm buying bigger as it falls. And that's I love the idea because you can be underwater and before you know it, you can be almost back to even, by averaging down bigger. Now, I never do that on a day trade, but on swing trades, to me, it's the only way to go. Okay, so U.S. Steel, again, love it under 17, nibbled on it at 21.60, 1 unit, still have 9 units to go. Foster Wheeler, some numbers, FWLT here. I love it under 18. Don't own any of that yet, but then you've got this 1640 low. So if it gets under 17, probably be looking at 2 more units. Again, I'll call those out in chat as I buy them. And if it gets down under 15 or so, I'll probably go 3 and 4 units. Remember, these can be up to a 3 to 6 month hold, but if I get a quick rebound, I'll certainly start scaling out a little more quickly. So that's the 2 that I've chosen that I'm very interested in, and they do a pretty good job when the market rebounds of rebounding nicely as well. So I like both of those. Not going to babble any further. We'll talk to you guys Monday night. Show you what we did in chat on Monday. All right, have a good night.